Welcome to Mindset with Jen. Are you a procrastinator? It's okay, no judgment here. You're in good company. I am a procrastinator too. And although it may be fun to joke about, my procrastinating tendencies really do get in the way of my goals and overall potential. I'm sure you can relate. So, how do we overcome our procrastination? Well, I have a few helpful tips and points for you. But first, give the like and subscribe buttons a quick little tap right now. Yes, now. So we don't procrastinate. That too. Don't look at me like that. We've met us. Now let's dive in. The procrastination pandemic. We've all been there, and I find myself there more often than I'd like to admit. That looming deadline, that important task we keep pushing aside. Procrastination is a universal human experience, a silent pandemic that affects millions across the globe. It's the art of delaying, of finding every excuse to avoid the work that needs to be done. We tell ourselves we'll do it tomorrow, that we work better under pressure, or that we need more time to prepare. But deep down, we know these are just excuses, delaying tactics that only amplify our stress and anxiety. Because someday is not another day of the week. Procrastination is not just quote-unquote laziness. It's a complex psychological phenomenon with deep roots in our fear of failure, perfectionism, and lack of motivation. Maybe we procrastinate because we fear not being good enough, because we're afraid of the potential consequences of success or failure. The irony is that the more we procrastinate, the more we feed these fears, creating a vicious cycle of stress and unfulfillment. And let's be honest, if procrastination were an Olympic sport, we'd all have gold medals by now. Section 2. The excuse trap. A cycle of stress and unfulfillment. Or, as I like to call it, the never-ending cheese chase. Excuses and justification are the lifeblood of procrastination. It's like we're all starring in our own ironic soap operas, titled As the Excuse Turns. They are the stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction, the comforting lies that keep us from taking action. You know, like those times we convince ourselves we needed to binge watch some Netflix, or endlessly doom scroll before starting that project we've been putting off. 3 hours later, we're still scrolling. We say we're too busy, too tired, not in the mood. Basically, we're professional excuse makers. We convince ourselves that the conditions aren't perfect, that we need more information, more time, and more resources. It's like waiting for a unicorn to show up with a magic wand that will zap the things we don't want to put our focus on right off of our to-do lists. Hopefully that unicorn also craps out some red velvet cupcakes while it's at it. But in reality, these are just smoke and mirrors. Distractions that keep us from doing what needs to be done, or helping us to sidestep the tasks that should be higher on our priority radar. Like a magician's trick, but without the applause. The problem with excuses is that they offer only temporary relief. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a sinking ship. While they may soothe our anxiety in the short term, they ultimately lead to a downward spiral of stress and unfulfillment. It's like eating a whole cake to feel better, only to end up feeling like complete crap and regretting it later. The more we indulge in excuses, the more we erode our self-esteem, our sense of agency, and our ability to take control of our lives. It's like digging a hole and wondering why we're not getting anywhere. The truth is, most of the time, The conditions will never be perfect. Spoiler alert, guys. Life is messy. There will always be something else to do, some other distraction to grab our attention. Like that cat video you just had to watch, or the Amazon sale you had to scroll. The key to overcoming procrastination is to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start taking action, no matter how small. Because even baby steps can lead to giant leaps. Section 3. Breaking free. Practical strategies for conquering procrastination. So how do we break free from the excuse trap? How do we move from inertia to action, from procrastination to productivity? The answer lies in a combination of practical strategies, mindset shifts, and self-discipline. I know that all sounds very serious and not a lot of fun, but just bear with me, it will be worth it. I promise. The first step is to identify your procrastination triggers. What are the specific situations, tasks, or thoughts that lead you to procrastinate? The bait in your cheese trap? Once you've identified your triggers, you can start to develop coping mechanisms. This might involve changing your environment, setting boundaries, or practicing mindfulness to stay present and focused. Another powerful strategy is to break down large, daunting tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. This makes the work seem less overwhelming and gives you a sense of progress as you complete each step. I am a huge fan of lists. There is just something extra satisfying about crossing each task off of the list. A list hack that I have found has helped me is to prioritize each thing on my lists from 1 to 3. 1 being high priority and 2 and 3 less so. This helps give me a visual trigger of where my immediate attention should be focused. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Section 4. The power of small steps. How to eat your frog. One of the most effective strategies for overcoming procrastination is the eat that frog technique. This simple but powerful concept is based on the idea of tackling your biggest, most important task first thing in the morning. This task, your frog, represents the thing you're most likely to procrastinate on, the thing that causes the most anxiety and dread. By eating your frog first, you get it out of the way, freeing up your mental energy and motivation for the rest of the day. This strategy is based on the Pareto principle, which states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. By focusing on the most important tasks first, you maximize your productivity and impact. Remember, the key to eating your frog is to do it immediately, without overthinking or delaying. It helps to identify tomorrow's frog even before you go to bed. I like to write down the top 3 tasks that I need to complete the next day before I walk away from my desk. My frog is always on that list. In the morning, don't give yourself time to talk yourself out of it. Just dive in and get it done. After pouring a coffee, of course, pouring a... Section 5. The rewards of discipline. Reduce stress and increase satisfaction. Conquering procrastination is not just about getting more things done. It's about getting the right things done and enhancing your overall well-being. When you overcome procrastination, you experience a profound sense of achievement, a boost in self-esteem, and a significant reduction in stress and anxiety. The discipline you cultivate in overcoming procrastination extends into all areas of your life. You become more confident in your ability to tackle challenges, more resilient in the face of setbacks, and more focused on your aspirations. The rewards of conquering procrastination are both immediate and enduring. You experience reduced stress, more free time, and a deeper sense of fulfillment with your life. You unlock your true potential and create a life filled with purpose and meaning. And of course, it never hurts to reward yourself with something tangible, too. Like your favorite latte or some guilt-free binge-watching time. As long as it happens after you have crossed some important things off of your list. Section 6. Conclusion. Embrace the challenge, reap the rewards. Procrastination is a common struggle, but it is not an unbeatable foe. By understanding its psychological roots, by implementing practical strategies, and by cultivating self-discipline, you can break free from the chains of procrastination and achieve your goals. Remember, the journey to conquering procrastination is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, but the key is to stay persistent, to learn from your mistakes, implement helpful tools and tactics, and to keep moving forward. Embrace the challenge, embrace the discomfort, and reap the rewards of a life lived on your own terms, a life free from the shackles of procrastination. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Your support means the world to me, and it helps spread these messages even further. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any stories of inspiration to share, please tell me about them in the comments. I read every single one, and they truly inspire me. Let's keep this journey of self-empowerment, kindness, and empathy going strong, and create a ripple effect of positivity together. Until next time, take care, spread love, and breathe peace.